We'll be seeing DB a little later on. Of course, Gabriel WE33 and Stardeath, someone who actually won one of the previous South American championships in the past, is actually getting knocked out in losers round 1 in top 8. So that's actually really surprising. That's going to be Lopez taking him out. But right now, we are going to be getting into Fiend versus Wesley. Wesley being just an absolute monster on the Ulgrim pick. And Fiend, of course, well, what more needs to be said?
Now he's coming in with this Thatch that he's been playing quite a bit of today. Yesterday, when I interviewed Daiku, he was talking about how he doesn't rate Thatch very highly because nobody plays Thatch. My guess is he thinks Thatch is a little bit underrated. Fiend is here to say at least I'm repping Thatch. I think he's a strong character. I think the blasters are strong. I think the sword is strong. And I think the signature kit has its moments as well. On the other side, we have Wesley with the Macho Man, the Ulgrim pick. We've seen several Ulgrim picks this weekend do very well. Not as many as normal after the recent balance changes in the most recent patch. But still, we've seen a couple Ulgrims coming in feeling really good this weekend. Wesley starting off fantastic.
And Wesley is a monster. I mean, we've seen him take it to Fiend so many times in the past, and Fiend already struggling a little bit. Wesley barely in the yellow right now against Fiend. Fiend having a little bit of trouble getting that damage built up right now, but is finding a little bit right before he gets hit by the side air. That's going to be the first stock going for Wesley, taking off Fiend from the left side, and he's just in the orange. That's like 60, 70 maybe damage built up. That's nothing.
1 or 2 more hits, though. Fiend's found about 2 or 3 since he respawned. So 1 or 2 more, and he's going to be red. That's an unarmed sider. Not going to be a lot of damage. He's definitely going to want to pick up a weapon. Even though Fiend regularly fights unarmed, to get somebody into the red, you're going to want to have weapons in your hand. Unless, I guess, you go for the unarmed spike down. That neutral air, that's going to turn Wesley red. Still in control of all the weapons in this game. About a minute and a half in. Spawn comes in. In comes the gravity cancel neutral light from Wesley. Fiend's able to grab a sword. Might find a knockout here soon, but Wesley's axe hits the down air. No follow-up just yet, but Fiend hasn't found any punishment yet. Now Fiend is in the red on his second stock. Wesley coming up big early. Now a 2-stock lead in game 1, a minute 45.
This is not looking good for Fiend already, and getting hit by the neutral sig. Gravity canceled off stage. That's a pretty big punish right off the bat, putting him already in the yellow. That's Fiend right now trying to find any sort of KO. That's going to be a recovery off the top. Finally finding one, but it may be too little too late as he is sitting on his last stock right now. He still has a little bit of a chance to go if he can find a KO pretty quickly. We've seen him do ladder combos to get people off the top, trying to get Wesley off the top right now. It looks like he's got the neutral air, he's got the juggle going on, but no, looks like Wesley is going to find his place back on the ground and trying to look for the punish.
Yeah, Fiend already put out over 100 unanswered damage. Like, Wesley's hit him once since he spawned, but Wesley's already in orange, now in red after that down air on his second stock, and the neutral signature to knock out. Oh my gosh, the damage output. Also the safe play, though, from Fiend. Wesley had no read on this final stock from Fiend yet. Finally hits the side air. That's going to turn Fiend orange. See him trying to juggle a little bit with the neutral airs. Those side airs are sending Fiend so far. Like, he had an amazing final stock, but now that Wesley's on his final stock, it is not going Fiend's way.
Yeah, and he's already taking so much damage. Fiend did find those 2 stocks pretty quickly, and he is... Ooh, I thought I cursed it for a second. I thought he was going to lose that stock. Oh, there it goes. Side air from Wesley. Getting that recovery through Fiend way off balance, forced him to lose his weapon, and that gave Wesley the perfect opportunity for that KO. But phenomenal comeback there from Fiend. That cannot be understated.
Now we're seeing Fiend immediately swap off of the Thatch over to the Bryn. That's going to give him 2 very meta weapons right now with the axe and the spear. Also going to give him definitely more defense. Going into the defense stance here, I didn't actually notice what he was on for the Thatch. So if we just take base stance, that's 3 defense. Now he's doubling that with this Bryn pick. So his survivability is going to be a lot better.
And we'll see how he fares this time around. He did play Thatch pretty much the entire time during the tournament. So we'll see how he adapts to the character swap. We have seen him play Bryn in the past, and we've seen him play... Well, you know, we take those. I mean, that's just how it works. This is the tournament. This isn't ranked. This isn't, experimental queue. You take those. Those are victories.
Bro, you take those in ranked, you take those everywhere you can. You take those in customs against your friends. You take those all the time. I think Wesley might have had connection issues earlier today. I know one South American player did tweet about it. I don't know if it was Power Ranger, and that's maybe why he didn't make it as far. Oh no, it was Wesley. In winter semis, he did a screenshot of him versus DB, and he was red barring.
Oh no. Well, hopefully that doesn't happen too much here, if it at all. I mean, it is an online tournament. Sometimes it's unavoidable, but you know, all we can do is try to get through the tournament. And he seems to be here in the winners finals, doing a phenomenal job already, having a win under his belt against Fiend. So we'll see how Fiend makes this approach. Right now, he's a little bit on the back foot. No weapon in hand, and he's getting punished right now. He is going to find that axe though, and the reads from that axe is going to find some good damage. Weapon throw not going to connect, but pushing him off at that side stick. Very strong positioning. Woo! All right, well, Fiend pushing in with the side light with the spear. Spear approach coming in. Good gravity cancel interruption from Wesley as he goes for that neutral sig, trying to find Fiend right off the top. It might not have been enough, but we'll never know because he never got that connection. Wesley coming in from that right side now, looking for the side light, side air, maybe some form of startup. There is Fiend with the gravity cancel down light. Good pickup on his side. And this is going to be another side air coming in. A little bit more damage. Ground pound going to... Oh! A little too soon on the side sig. And that's going to let Wesley find a phenomenal punish there. Getting that KO right off on the top. And Fiend now trying to find his way back into that mix. Getting that axe pretty quickly, pretty handily. He's going to get a little bit more damage as he comes straight back in the mix. Wesley now getting punished back again. He is in the red. He is in a very dangerous position right now. Fiend looking for a side air. Maybe there's a pinwheel coming up. The recovery coming out from Fiend. Not able to find the KO off the spin. I think it caught the second one, but there's the neutral light. That's going to be right off the top as he confirms KO number 3 and equalizes the set 1-1. It looks like, looking at this little end page right here, we have 450 damage roughly from Fiend as well, and about 400 for Macho Man Wesley. So pretty close game overall. 2 KOs to 3 with Fiend taking that down. We'll see if there's any swaps this time around. Of course, things might be a little different. Fiend might, or Wesley, I know we were saying a little earlier, he had some connection issues, so maybe he wants to just check that out a little bit. But Fiend with the Bryn pick, I think we can discuss that pretty handily. I think that's a pretty solid pick overall. Spear having been buffed, of course. The absolute movement and the read options from the side lights, from the side airs being phenomenal options there. And you can see here in the replay as Fiend does try to find some of these KOs. Wesley getting punished, but being able to find that opportunity, turn around on that side air as Fiend was trying to take him off the side. But that last KO right there with the neutral sig as well. All these strong options from Bryn, a phenomenal pick to bring to the table because those sig options are really, really strong. Getting caught by a lot of those sigs will most of the time find a KO for you.
Yeah, especially that neutral signature and the side signature. Like, the neutral signature is great for catching a jump. It'll catch people pretty high up, too. And then the side signature, like, because it lunges forward whenever it goes off, it has a very solid range. If you catch someone, like, trying to dodge away or someone dashing away, chasing after someone, especially if you do it, like, right off the ground. I think Istradrew told someone to do that this weekend, and I can't remember who exactly it was. But, like, doing a jump gravity cancel side signature as an option, being very strong because of the range it has and getting it just off the ground is a great way to catch knockouts.
Oh, for sure, for sure. And I mean, like you said, Istradrew was giving some advice. He's the one of the people who knows about it best because he's been playing Bryn for so long. I think he's swapped recently, but
he played frickin' Olgrim this weekend.
And I honestly, I don't know why I was expecting him to pull out the Bryn pick because the spear buff's making her that much more viable. But hey, who knows? Anyway, Fiend getting game number 3 started. This is going to be starting off with the axe, and Wesley doesn't even care. He's getting this started with the unarmed kit, and he's able to convert this into a axe pickup into even more damage.
Yeah, we're going back to Demon Island here. Wesley with a little bit of a damage lead here. 1 or 2 more hits. Fiend's going to be in the orange. Both of them dashing a lot, just trying to find the positioning on which they want to engage. Sidelight Nair, that's got him orange. Goes for the gravity cancel neutral signature, but Fiend was way high above it. Ooh. Back-to-back dares trading out from both players. They have to be really even. Wesley is in the red. Weapon toss coming in. Tried to read the other direction with the side air. Fiend now getting quite a lead here on Wesley. Hasn't been kill damage. You see him go for the raw neutral signature read, expecting Wesley to jump over onto the weapon spawn, going high rather than coming in low.
Trying to hover that map, trying to hold the map control as well. With that spear, he was looking for that recovery option for Wesley right off the top. It is going to end up with a side air from the grounded state on the map, so that is going to lead into that first KO for Fiend. The recovery, raw recovery right off the respawn is going to nearly KO Fiend in this third stock. He has to extend it a little farther. He's not going to be able to. Gets only about 1 or 2 hits in, and that is the perfect opportunity for Wesley to try to bring this back a little bit. Especially holding on to the lance. He's going to be able to get a lot of damage out of that.
Fiend did spot dodge right through the down air from Wesley. Fiend finding some solid damage here. Not going to be a favorable matchup for a Lance player going into Axe. Wesley's finding some solid reads, though. Beautiful 4-piece. Tries to follow that up with a side air to give him a safe entrance back to the stage. Weapon toss coming out. Sigs coming out from Wesley, too. There's the D-Light. Goes for the turnaround side light. No in-sig option that Kostelix is a fan of.
Wesley with the side air, almost taking out Fiend. This is going to be close one. There's the side sig gravity cancel from the side, and that is going to, or was that a reverse slide charge, actually? I'm not entirely sure which option he went for, but either way, he went for that side sig, found the KO on a Fiend all the way across the map.
Yeah, that was actually a really sick, clean read on that.
Yeah, that was really, really good on Wesley's part. Nothing too surprising. I mean, Wesley did win Summer Championships last time around. He beat Fiend in the reset 3-0.
Oh!
So this is a little bit of a rematch between these two, and Fiend's looking for blood right now.
Man, when you have an axe in your hand and even a slight lead on your opponent, you can turn that into a massive lead so quickly.
Yep.
That's exactly what Wesley's doing, finding these big chunks out of Fiend's final stock. In comes the weapon spawn. Wesley started to move toward it, but Fiend was just a little bit quicker. Wesley was worried about the weapon disadvantage. Now Wesley's the one who has the weapon advantage. GC side signature. Wesley gets over it, turnaround side air, and that's going to be the game. That little break that Wesley took, that was exactly what he needed, maybe to help stabilize that connection, give him a little bit better of a fight here against Fiend. Now he's going to go up in the set so far, 2-1.
That was just absolutely too dirty. Finding that KO right there at the end, just really took the wind out of, it seems like it really took the wind out of Fiend's sails. And he's very much a player who focuses on driving that momentum into his favor. So going into these games, using that speed, that aggression that he usually brings to these games, that's what Fiend's all about. And if Wesley can break that consistently, we might be seeing another Wesley W this time around if he's not careful.
Now, we did see multiple Demon Island games. It was banned out last ban phase. So we're going over here to the Miami Dome. Has those 2 static soft platforms. And of course, very important that it has the pillar underneath. We've seen several players go underneath the stages that they're playing on today. You cannot do that on Miami Dome. Maybe if they get some nutty off-stage play, we might see the camera end up going down there. You can actually see that pillar down below. But Fiend, he doesn't want to go below. He wants to go up high. GC neutral signature to finish up that nice little sequence there. But Wesley's fighting back. Beautiful dare from him, hitting Fiend in the orange. And the recovery, not enough to knock out, but so much damage was done. Fiend in the red. Definitely even further in the red after taking that unarmed neutral light. But Fiend has weapon control.
And he's trying to just stay in that center of the map, that spacing there that he can control that map. The ground pound is actually going to send Wesley across on that right side. And the gravity cancel down sig just barely missing Fiend. That would have led to a KO. That damage that Fiend has built up, a single sig from Olgrim from basically any one of those options is going to lead to a KO. Weapon throw not going to connect. Weapon throw spot dodged from Wesley. That was very close. Neutral sig is going to find that KO, though. Fiend finding KO number 1. He's got to be careful, though. Being that deep in the red, an uppercut, Wesley looks for it, neutral air. That is going to be a nice interruption. He needs a little bit more damage before he can call us some real stock extension. But that, I think, is what he is looking for right now.
Now that spot dodge on the weapon toss right before he got the KO, that was super important. Because Fiend was so damaged, that weapon toss would have sent him flying to the other side of the stage. That allowed him to maintain stage control, have the weapon advantage, and find that neutral signature after. Without that spot dodge, a simple spot dodge on a weapon toss, he wouldn't find that KO like he did. There'd be a huge chance that he wouldn't get the KO. Eventually, Wesley would get it first. And now, off of that spot dodge, look what Fiend has done on this second stock of Wesley. Fiend still has not died on his first. He has Wesley in the red. There's the neutral light, but a ton of damage has been done onto Wesley's second stock. Fiend with a healthy lead.
He is moving so much better this time around. His movement options and his move selection is just spot on in game number 4. Perfect! Perfect! Getting the down air bounce and a gravity cancel neutral sig. Beautiful play from Fiend to get that KO. Looking for the 3-piece, not going to find the follow-up on the down air. Wesley with a nice gravity cancel, though. Wake up on the post hit. Fiend trying to find his way back. Recovery is going to find a little bit of damage and a way back to the stage, and that's going to allow him to just reset back to neutral, which is a good position for him because getting hit too many times by that axe, we were talking about it before, it can lead into an enormous amount of damage very quickly, and we're seeing that quickly pile on.
Yeah, Wesley's finding major axe momentum as he deletes that stock with the recovery. Fiend thought he was safe as he recovers high over Wesley, gets around, he starts heading for that weapon spawn, but Wesley was right on his tail, threw out that gigantic axe recovery. Fiend, triple D-light into the recovery, rarely seen, using that soft platform to get the third D-light after the gravity cancel.
You always love to see it. 3 of those things going up on the platforms being perfectly positioned so that you can get the ledge cancel there. Absolutely beautiful stuff from Fiend. And of course you expect him to land those because he loves landing those really nutty, really flashy moves. Those combos, those strings, the read options. He loves to be in that position. Fiend looking for the side air though, looking for the KO option. He's got Wesley on the side. There's the side air right into the side air himself from Wesley. Getting that read and the KO is flawless on his part. He is going to push it into game number 5. Now both of these players have the opportunity to make it into that grand finals. Whoever will make it there has the advantage going into that final game, but I have no doubt that we're going to see a phenomenal game number 5 right here to see who makes it into that position.
That last ban phase, the second to last ban phase that we saw, Demon Island was banned, we went to the Dome. That ban phase, Dome was banned, Demon Island was left open, but Fiend actually chose to go here to the Mammoth Fortress, choosing this flat map, but wants, I guess, that soft platform and wants those bigger walls. Most importantly, those bigger walls on this. Whereas the walls on Demon Island going to be very small. I guess he's not feeling confident necessarily in his offstage against Wesley.
Fiend with the side air right now. Oh no, I thought he was going to throw it out right now. He had a good position to preempt that side air onto Wesley getting back, but no, going for the double down air, getting the pogo sticks going on right into the mix, trying to get a little bit more damage built up with those side air from Wesley, getting Fiend pushed off to the side. Ooh, recoveries coming out, trying to get Fiend out of the air, and that wide recovery hitbox not going to connect the last 2 or 3 of them. This is going to give Fiend an opportunity to get back to the stage, reset a little bit, and just start building up some more axe damage.
Yeah, Fiend being able to pick up that axe is super important. You saw the weapon toss up from Wesley. That was probably just guarding Wesley from Fiend grabbing the weapon and immediately fast falling down and hitting the dare. Wesley with a solid lead. But I would say in the axe v axe gameplay, maybe in the beginning it was more Wesley favored, but now as the set has gone on, I would say it's definitely Fiend favored. Beautiful ground pound into the weapon toss to secure that kill. Wesley knew he was dead. You saw him going to the left side of the screen. He was done.
Weapon throw, and Wesley not able to get to the weapon. Fiend doing a great job at just denying those weapon pickups. Wesley finally able to find finding the lance, the side stick coming out, almost finding that KO, but the falling side air into Fiend. He was so damaged in the red that there was no way for him to survive that at the end, and now it is 2-2 in the set. Stocks all evened up. Not very much bonus damage connected. Uh-oh, looking for that read, almost taking Fiend all the way up onto that right side. We've seen it done before. We've seen it done last time in the Summer Championships, but Fiend doing a great job of just surviving right now. He is losing a little bit of this momentum, this lead that he had, and Wesley doing a really good job at just building damage.
Yeah, you saw Wesley kind of back up over to the left side of the stage. Fiend using his chase dodges to go right after Wesley, but out came that Lance defensive option with the downlight. That sort of flame trail right out of the back, has a lot of active frames, does a lot of damage. A great defensive option when someone is pushing up onto you, saying, get back, here's my D-light. Has multiple solid follow-up options afterward. Oh, what? That was like the weirdest neutral heavy, like widest hitbox I've ever seen that hit. Wesley's going to end up taking that stock. Has a solid lead here in game 5. That's where he wants to be. Wesley's just in the orange. The recovery turns him red. Weapon toss goes low. Wesley has plenty of options to get back to the stage when he has the lance in his hand. D-like neutral signature from Fiend. He doesn't end up hitting the neutral signature, but trying to continue it. Punishes the recovery. Not enough just yet. The ground pound from Wesley. He's still going in on it.
I was clinched right there. I had no idea what was going to happen. Fiend just playing the wall. Of course he's going to be comfortable in it, but Wesley, both of them in a position to potentially take those stocks, and Fiend, though, with one stock left, one ground pound there from Wesley could have led straight into a KO, which would have lost Fiend the set here. This is game number 5. This is for that victory. Ooh, very close. Wesley looking for the side air, not going to find a neutral air, is coming out, getting more damage built up. The side air from Fiend, though, able to find that KO onto Wesley, but he is almost in the orange. This is a very tough position to be in, especially against Wesley. I mean, he's such a dangerous player. Fiend has to be careful moving forward. And of course, that's why he's trying to focus on the spear right now, get a little bit of that separated hitbox where he can move away, get those down airs to separate him, space him out just a little bit. We're seeing a good position from here. Nice double D-light from Fiend. So these weapon pickups are just, he's able to find a few of these. He's already got Wesley in the red.
Fiend fighting back from this so well. D-Light, GC, Insig, and Fiend is going to take it in game 5 against Wesley. What a comeback that game. It was looking like Fiend was struggling to take out that second stock from Wesley in game 5, but he was able to take it, and he fought back with really solid spear play. You saw all those dares that he was throwing out, all that damage that he was able to find, take the lead back, and secure the knockout against Wesley. Man,
such a close game too. That was 597 damage versus 564, not 164. That's no damage. Phenomenally close game though. Now we are